everybody, and welcome to the show. I am Swingtime, and tonight I am joined by Star Knight, which is the beautiful horse head there on your screen. Hey, Star, thanks for joining me.
That
Wow.
was my terrible horse impression.
Wow, that was pretty terrible. But hey, I enjoy the enthusiasm. So tonight we'll be casting a Division D East match between Lightly Salted and Missed My E. We're just about set up to go. Just to let everybody know, our first map is going to be on Infernal Shrines, and that's the map pick of Missed My E. So we're just about ready. Star, any initial thoughts about the map and kind of what you might expect to see?
uh, Hoping for a Kerrigan. I'm hoping for some rag. I'm hoping for some sort of shenanigans that are gonna blow my mind.
Nice.
I just want an absolute bloodbath. That's all I want.
All right, it looks like the teams are ready. Yep, bloodbaths are always fun, for sure. All right, so we're going to jump right into the draft. There we go. Okay, so Lightly Salted will have the first ban, which is going to be Maiev, just right off the bat.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
She's pretty pesky.
Yeah, she could be difficult to deal with, for sure. And hey, let's see if I get this name right. Magnite the Succulent Bass.
What?
Thanks for
Okay.
joining and watching, and thanks for chatting as well. It's nice to have some activity to interact with a little bit in the chat. We've got a Diablo band coming out from Miss My E. And I like that band. I mean, Diablo can be pretty nasty on this map for sure, with, you know, inside the shrine, slamming people up against the wall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a bit of a pain in these point control maps for sure. The one thing I've noticed recently is not a lot of teams are banning Phoenix anymore. So
Yeah.
maybe, you know, he's not as quote unquote OP anymore, or maybe just people aren't scared of him anymore.
Yeah. Speaking of OP, there were a lot of changes. A balance patch came in yesterday.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see where some of those heroes, you know, that are picked like all the time, see if, you know, they're still prioritized the same way. So we're going to have a first picked ETC for Lightly Salted. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with the first pick ETC, you know. Definitely a mosh danger, but of course, you know, yeah, stage dive, which he can use if Miss My E ends up, you know, picking up a lot of counters, a lot of stuns that can kill that mosh. So, just FYI for anybody who knew that NGS yesterday had banned Kilthos because of a bug with Pyroblast. He is fully allowed today with either ult. So we do have Kilthos and Blaze picked up by Miss My E. Both fire heroes. I like the synergy.
I wonder if they're doing that on purpose to cook some beef. What other fire heroes could we get? We could get Rag.
Beef is what's for dinner. Oh, that's funny. Yep, Rag.
Well,
Kind of Gul'dan, I guess, with like Fell Flame or whatever.
yeah, or if he goes Reign of RNG.
Yep. Okay, so we've got Tahaka and Lucio on the side of Lightly Salted. You know, I mean, Lucio will be great for the sound barrier, for sure.
Yeah.
The
And then
Dahaka pickup is interesting. So it kind of looks like Lightly Salted is, building to make sure that they get plenty of soak.
yeah. Plus the Dahaka can pop up behind the group, right? Because
Hmm.
I know that's absolutely terrifying for me whenever I have to go into a point, and then all you hear is just a hawk just.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. We've got a gray main ban, which makes sense because so far Lightly Assaulted hasn't shown, any assassins. So Miss My E just not wanted to deal with the gray main. We have TV Infinite in chat who says over under on Lightly Salted throwing.
Is that like a common trend that we don't know about?
And then we've got the captain Wafflecopter of Lightly Salted responding 50 on them throwing. So I guess it's 50% either way. We don't know.
Or is it like 50 something? Like, do we get like $50 if we guess right?
I don't know. I think we need to
I
clarify
mean,
this.
$50 is a lot of things you can buy with. It's like a lot of beverages. It's a lot of foods.
I will clarify that.
Well, they sort of continued with the theme of fire with Alex Straza, but then Johanna
Yeah, she kind of
just decided
wrecks it. Yep.
she had one job. She
All
literally
right.
had one job.
So Alex Strasza is great on this map because she could really get in on the shrine. If she goes dragon form, she can knock people back and really just kind of help take control there. Then you got those nice healing circles coming in right on the objective. And of course, Johanna is solid as well. Going to be able to give good protection to KT.
It's a very thick front line in the side of Miss My E.
So we've got major betting going on in the chat here on whether or not Lightly Salted is going to throw this match or this game, I guess.
Oh,
Oh wow!
yay! I like
Okay,
where this
that's
is going.
exciting. So we've got
Oh,
Lunara and Kel'Thuzad coming out
oh, that's gonna be
for
an
Lightly
interesting
Salted.
combo.
Yeah. Do you think that because a lot of times Dahaka's going to be off in a lane soaking? Do you think that the ETC is going to be able to keep those two squishy heroes protected enough?
It's gonna be like an extreme poke, I would imagine. Or they're going for like withering them down, and the Kel'Thuzad's just gonna finish them off. But it'd be kind of hard to land Kel'Thuzad's ease in the point itself because you have to maneuver it around all sorts of minions, unless
Mm-hmm.
you're not actually aiming for heroes and you're just going for the minions.
I love it when Kel'Thuzad gets picked when you're co-casting with me, by the way, because I know you know a lot about that hero. I'm just cracking
Yeah.
up at chat right now. There's a shout out for your horse face
Sweet.
from TV Infinite.
It's definitely better than my actual face, I promise.
And we finished off the draft with Junkrat for Missed My E, which I can see being nice against the ETC. Or for a quick escape. Hey, TV Infinite, thanks for the host. I appreciate that. It's awesome. All right, so here we go. Infernal Shrines, Star. What do you think? Which draft do you prefer?
I think I'm gonna go with the side of Missed My E because I have no idea what Lightly Salted's plan is.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and pick the other side. I'm excited to see what Lightly Salted is going to bring to the table with this double mage comp here. I mean, I always think of Lunar as a mage anyway, because all the poison dots, damage, and everything.
I just always get scared for like to go up against the Lunara.
What do you think as far as the Kel'Thuzad? You know that the Miss My E is going to be getting in the Alexstrasza circle to heal. Isn't that like a great opportunity for Kel'Thuzad to get some stacks?
Yeah, it is, and with even with like both alts, probably in this case Shadow Fissure, if he times it perfectly, it, the Shadow Fissure itself, like the circle, could also just take up the entire circle if he does it right. Between like his rooting and everything else that he does to CC, it's going to be kind of interesting to see what he pulls out.
Yeah.
It's definitely the player to watch.
All right, well, let's go ahead and introduce the teams. On the blue side, we've got Lightly Salted, and playing that Kel'Thuzad is going to be Wafflecopter, the captain. Delta E93 on Dahaka. Absolute Yoda playing Lucio. ETC will be played by Arch Valley, and Resonance on the Lunara.
Then on the side of Missed My E, we got the Dude Abides on Johanna. Born to Shine on Alexstrasza. Gnomic on Blaze. Siztrin on KT, and Tells on Junkrat. And I will butcher everyone's name.
Speaking of Junkrat just got rooted by Kel'Thuzad and poisoned to death by Lunara in the middle.
It's a very early kill.
So we do have barbed chains coming out from Kel'Thuzad. And see if there's anything else. See anything else interesting about the talents? Mana Addict for KT.
A lot of standard.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So up in the top lane we have Dahaka facing off against Blaze. Looks like Dahaka's a little low on health.
Dahaka doing Dahaka things.
And he's gonna use some essence and just heal right back up. At the bottom we've got Johanna. And we've got a lot of poison damage going out on Alexstrasza here. She's actually gonna fall. Junkrat also taking a lot of poison damage. Resonance getting pretty gutsy, moving in there, like right near the middle fort of Miss My E.
Yeah. So you're gonna Miss My E is gonna have to be careful with these early game ganks, because that could just end terribly for them in the long run. They're almost already a level down.
Yeah, it does look like Lightly Salted is moving as 4, and Junkrat is going to fall. The root from Kel'Thuzad is just pretty deadly. They, combined with the ETC stunning.
Yeah, it just sets him up perfectly. Along with the Lunara slows from her poisons.
Yeah, TV Infinite, just to answer your question, actually as NGS casters we're required to add 2-minute delay on our streams, so there can't be any, sniping of any kind, it's just a safety thing. And Kael'thas. We have Kel'Thuzad and Kael'thas. We'll have to make sure we keep those straight. He falls.
It's too many KTs.
Right. So we've got the shrine activating soon up in the top lane. Neither team has gotten any camps at all. Does that surprise you?
No. I think if I'm gonna keep getting free ganks, I think I'd enjoy that more, or benefit from that more. Start off like the shrine already down one person, or going against them, right? Might be a little bit better in some cases.
I would have liked to have seen each team at least pick up their siege camps down there toward the bottom. But that's okay. We've got some team fighting going on, and that's always exciting. Wow, look at that root from Kel'Thuzad. That was beautiful.
Jeez. The stacks are going up so quick for him.
Oh yeah.
He's already at 17. It's not even 4 minutes in.
Yeah, looks really good. Kel'Thuzad getting stacked early. So Blaze for Miss My E is staying in the bottom lane to continue soaking. I think Miss My E realizes that, you know, they just now dropped down a talent here with Lightly Salted hitting level 7. So looks like they're just gonna poke Blaze, trying to pick up level 7 for Miss My E before they can really go in on this, but not sure if that's gonna happen quickly enough. We're already at 24, 26 shrine minions for Lightly Salted. Lots of fire damage going out onto Haka, but he just burrows.
Acts like nothing happens. The ETC is getting hit, but he's just gonna walk away.
So we're now on even talent tiers, but it looks like this first Punisher is gonna go over to Lightly Salted. They just got a little too much of a lead on the shrine.
It's a little too late.
Got Junkrat displacing Lunar, but she's able to get out. KT, body block, stunned, rooted, and it's gonna fall.
Could definitely do some damage with this Punisher if they play it right.
Got Dragon Form popped by Alistrasa. She's getting a little far up though. She is going to fall, but Lunar falls as well. So it looks like Miss My E is gonna just concede this fort and wait for the Punisher to move back closer to their keep wall here.
He's just gonna... It was a pretty good push up top.
Yeah,
Definitely
I mean the
push.
scary thing right now for Miss My E is the fact that Lightly Salted is about to get heroics. So, and they're only level 8. They're just about level 9, but they're really going to need to do some soaking and make sure that they get 10 by the time the next objective spawns. They're picking up their bruiser camp
Blaze.
up top.
Blaze at the bottom just got
yep.
caught out.
Blaze gets ganked in the bottom. That's definitely not ideal. Let's take a look at heroics on the side of Lightly Salted. We've got Shadow Fisher for Kel'Thuzad, Adaptation for Dahaka, Sound Barrier for Lucio, and ETC did go with the Mosh Pit, and Leaping Strike for Lunara.
Playing a little aggressive and taking their siege camp's not going to get much done, but you know, it prevents Miss My E from getting their camp.
Yeah, I'm glad to see some camps getting picked up now. Miss My E is going to get heroics before the next objective, so that's really good news for them. Got some skirmishing going on here. Lunar getting really low and actually falls from, I believe that was just tower shots.
Looked like a tower shot. Definitely. Getting a little too greedy. And then KT tried to, well, KTZ tried to get KT, but that didn't work out for him. Just
How
gonna
are we
poke.
doing on stacks for Kel'Thuzad?
He just finished.
He's done. Okay.
On the side of Missed My E, we got a Blessed Shield from Johanna, the Cleansing Flame from Alexstrasza, the Bunker from Blaze, Phoenix from KT, and the Riptire from the Junkrat. Nothing too out of the ordinary.
Yeah, we'll see if they're able to. Oh, here we've got a Mosh with a Fisher as well.
Didn't quite get the damage.
Here comes
Here's a
Riptire.
Ooh, KT's down.
Falls.
Johanna's looking low, but there's the Cleansing Flame.
Yep, Alistrasza up in the air, healing her team up. So, just one death to Kel'Thuzad on the side of Lightly Salted.
One nice thing about KT is his level 4 quest, or KTZ, sorry, is Phylactery Kel'Thuzad. Whenever he is fully stacked with that, he can just come back immediately whenever he chooses. So that could definitely save them in a necessary pinch, but it's smart at the lower levels to hold on to it. It's more of a late game survival thing.
Right. So Dahaka is still continuing to push forward up in that top lane. We do have the shrine activated.
Ooh.
Kel'Thuzad ult doing some good damage to the back line of Miss My E.
Yeah. Ooh, Alexstrasza.
Yeah, that was a really nice job by Dahaka getting that drag on Alexstrasza. They just weren't quite able to follow up with it. Miss My E is getting really low though. I think they're gonna have to back out and kind of regroup a bit here. So
Yeah, that's Shadow Fissure just completely negated Alexstrasza's healing circle. It's just big enough to cover it.
So we do have a quest completion for Lucio of Party Mix. So permanently increase crossfade's range by 20%.
I'm not much of a Lucio player, so I don't know how big his crossfade is to begin with.
Yeah, so now it'll just be, you know, we'll have
A little bit easier.
a little bit easier for him to reach everyone.
Yeah.
Ninurja in chat says, I love how Pink Lizard Man just does his own thing on the other side of the map. Teamwork. At Delta E93. Johanna falls here, as
Lunara.
does Lunara.
John Cena's just going to town.
Jumping in. Kate getting punched by Punisher, but it's gonna be okay. Ooh.
John Cena doing John Cena things. We can't see him. Well, we can, but, you know. He's trying to go for that body slam.
Yeah, Junkrat's like, whoa, I don't want any part of that.
I guess you could say you didn't see that coming.
Wow. So again, we've got Lightly Salted just coming in and stealing the siege camp down here. I really like that. They've also got the Bruiser camp up here in the top lane. So the lanes are really pushed out for Lightly Salted.
Yeah, Hockey's been doing a good job splitting off when is needed to keep up that soak and level advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Down the bottom, we've got Lightly Salted pushing in and taking down the bottom fort. They've got all 5 members here that looks like they're pushing in kind of aggressively on the keep wall now.
Yeah, just probably like if one of those towers dies, it gets 16, they could definitely push that advantage. Or they can get it off minions.
Yep, okay, they've got 16. See if they back out or stay. They're spreading the fire a little bit. The living bomb from KT. Just quickly looking at the damage numbers, and we can see Junkrat on the side of Miss My E putting out, you know, a good amount of hero damage, keeping up with the Kel'Thuzad over on the side of a Lightly Salted, so that's interesting. Oh, we've got Mosh stuns, Fissures, Phoenixes,
Dots.
barriers,
Days.
fire.
All sorts of things. There's a dead Junkrat.
Alright, so
That could be a 5-man. 5-man?
really
5-man?
nice drag by Delta E93. There's some teamwork for you, Ninurja.
I don't know how that Johanna's alive. She literally had like 2 health.
Yeah, she makes it back. So Lightly Salted is going to push in on this keep, which I think is great. It should just grab this and maybe think about backing it out. Let's see what they decide to do.
And they're like, bye.
Yep. Hit and run.
Bye, Felicia.
They're looking at... Okay, they're just going to push this out. Maybe test the bottom keep wall a bit here. So the next shrine is going to be activating up in the top lane.
Looks like they're gonna try and take this 4v5, but Johanna...
Oh, wow. Kel'Thuzad and Lunara combination is just
destroying them.
Putting out so much damage.
Oh,
Really nice job by a Wafflecopter with those skill shots.
yeah, really. You can definitely press the issue here.
Yeah, I think they're about to take another keep.
Yeah, that's gonna create a lot of issues, especially if they decide to take that Punisher too.
So I really like what Lightly Salted is doing here. They've got Dahaka up working on the shrine, and they just use 4 to push in and finish off that keep. So they're not only getting a keep, but they're also likely getting the next Punisher as well. We'll see if this Might E tries to contest this or not.
It looks like they're just gonna steal some camps. Because why not?
Yeah, I mean, this is rough. This level difference is going to be very difficult to overcome for Miss Might E. It's not impossible, though.
No?
'Cause
Lucio.
sometimes teams that get this big of a lead can get a little sloppy, have a couple of members get picked, and next thing you know, the game's turning around.
Kinda like the Lucio getting hit pretty hard there.
Kael'thas is just having such a rough time with the damage coming out from Lightly Salted.
Yeah. Oh, the Riptire died before it could go off.
Yeah,
That's unfortunate.
yeah, Lucio actually had popped Sound Barrier too to kind of offset whatever damage was about to come in from that. That might be why Junkrat didn't even...
Father, yeah. Of course.
Core's fallen. We've got a
Fallen
Merc
pretty
Camp,
quick.
we've got Catapults.
Auschwitz.
I think this is it.
Yeah, this is game.
There's also a Punisher up here beating on the other keep.
John Cena, do things. Do something. I don't know.
Really, really solid game by Lightly Salted.
Yeah, very well done. Kudos to that Lunara KTZ combo. That was something else.
That was disgusting.
That was pretty gross.
So I'm pulling up the stats here of the game, just taking a look, and you can see once Kel'Thuzad got fully stacked, he just really kind of took off.
Yeah.
He's leading the entire game in both siege damage and hero damage as well. Although Junkrat put out some pretty good hero damage as well, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But it just seemed like that combo, you know, with the ETC stun and, you know, really allowing Kel'Thuzad to get stacked so quickly. And then the Dahaka did a really good job of soaking, you know, and getting experience in the off lane and then burrowing in, getting a good drag.
Mm-hmm.
So
There's a lot of setup potential for both Lunara and KTZ in this group comp.
yeah, and Kael'thas, I mean, it just felt like he never really could get in range to really get enough damage out because of just the you know, the poison coming in from Lunara and just Kel'Thuzad chaining him and rooting him. It was just kind of a nightmare game for Kael'thas. I've been there. I understand how that feels for sure.
Yeah, for real.
All right, so let me update the scoreboard here. We've got Lightly Salted taking game 1. Our second game is going to be on Tomb of the Spider Queen. So we are going to take a quick break and get that lobby set up, and we will be right back with you guys. All right, we're back already. We were able to get the game set up really quickly. Welcome back. I'm Swingtime, joined by Star Knight, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed Game 1, and we are entering the draft for Game 2 between Lightly Salted and Missed My E. This is Division D East. So, Game 2 is going to be on Tomb of the Spider Queen, and this is the map choice for for Lightly Salted. So Miss My E is going to get first ban and first pick. So Star, what do you think Miss My E needs to do to kind of turn things around after what happened in Game 1?
I think they need to not get picked off so early in the game. Because even before the first shrine, there were maybe 4 or 5 picks that they had. And I don't know if that was just due to very good power sliding or root and slows, or if they are getting a little too greedy and pathing aggressively.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe a slightly safer pathing. Play a little more conservative at first.
Fair enough. So we have the Diablo ban coming out again for Miss My E. This is another good map for Diablo, so I get that. Especially if maybe they scouted Lightly Salted and they know they like Diablo. I think the ban makes sense in that case.
I've been seeing a lot of Diablo bans recently.
Yeah?
It's a little scary.
Well, he's the Lord of Terror, so...
He's gonna be even more terrifying whenever the rework hits.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited for that for sure. Alright, so we have another Maiev ban on the side of Lightly Salted.
Nothing surprising there. There's no Illidan to be found here. She needs to go on her merry way.
Yeah! Don't see much of Illidan anymore, do we?
Illa who?
I think this meta is tough on some of the melee assassins.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. And even with like the melee bruisers, they're having a hard time too.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about that range now, which is fun for the range player. Terrible for the melee player like me.
Alright. Let's see what the first pick's gonna be. Wow! I was not expecting Jaina to be the first pick for Miss My E. I'm a little surprised by that. What do you think, Star?
This is a good map for her.
No, yeah, I agree. I guess I'm just surprised to see her go first pick. That's all.
That's also a Zul first pick for them. For
Lightly Salted.
Lightly Salted, Jesus.
That's okay. That's okay. And a gray main for them as well. Yeah. Okay. So they're gonna go kind of the pushing strategy on Tomb of the Spider Queen, which is definitely a viable strategy. They'll probably stick Zul in the bottom, and he'll just push. You know. So I can definitely see that. I like Zul. I don't see him played very often, but I like him. I love his root. You know.
Yeah.
That could be really scary for Jaina.
That's a very hard route too. That's like a 2-second route. Plus, he can throw out little. If like he talents for it, he can have like a couple skeletons pop out too. Be like, hey guys, I want to play.
Delta E93 in chat, who is also a player in the game, says Vikings S3 without splitting them is the new meta. I like it. I'd love to see that. In fact, why don't you guys go ahead and pick the Lost Vikings and show us this new meta?
As long as no one picks Cho'Gall, then I might cry. I might just leave. Just up and leave.
All right, so we have Malthael and Lucio coming out for Miss My E. I'm a huge Malthael fan, so typically I'm used to seeing him once there's some kind of beefy warriors picked.
That's an odd ban. Because of the cocoon for Malthael. Granted, I'm also living in the world where tormented souls is still a thing. Double circles
Yeah,
is still a thing.
you need to come to reality.
No, I don't like reality.
Tormented Souls
I like
is over right now.
I like being a horse. Thank you.
I know.
So let me live my dream.
All right.
Let me just horse around.
Okay. I'm sorry if I was putting the cart before the horse. I like the Lucio on this map as well, especially because, depending on what kind of rotation strategy Miss My E decides to do, sometimes, you get 4 people rotating between lanes, and Lucio is really great for that because the speed boost.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I know we reacted to it, but we didn't really mention the fact that Nubarak.
Oh, come
jeez.
on! No, I'm done. I'm out. Bye, guys.
Oh my
oh, no.
god! This is
the-
this is happening right now. This is going to be my first ever time casting a game where Cho'Gall was played. I'm not sure how I feel about this.
The fact that they went Cho'Gall against the Malthael means they're feeling pretty confident here.
Wow. Yeah, right?
Last Rites is very...
Yeah. Now I understand a little bit more. Okay, so they picked up the Greymane probably, so... because he does have Bullet, right? Cursed Bullet,
Yeah.
so, which is a percentage, health ability. So that takes that response away from Miss My E. I wonder what they were thinking, though. I can't... If we end up interviewing Lightly Salted, remind me to ask them what they were thinking when they saw that Malthael come out on the side of Miss My E, and what made them still decide to go with Cho'Gall.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't even know. I'm at a loss of words.
So I knew Barak was banned. I wanted to say that, but I got so shocked about Cho'Gall that I kind of forgot
Now
to
it all
continue.
makes sense.
And then Malfurion ban on the side of Miss My E. So Miss My E finishes off. It looks like they like Johanna a lot, and then Hanzo.
I'm surprised they didn't do any sort of giant killing, even with like a Tychus.
How do you feel about just the solo tank Johanna against the Cho'Gall?
Not well against a Greymane and a Zool, because that's a pretty hefty bullet target.
Mm-hmm.
Because Johanna herself does have high health, but she also has pretty good shielding too.
Yeah.
So that might negate it.
I know Hanzo has a percentage health type ability. I think as a talent at some point. We'll have to keep our eyes open for that. And we're going with the Morales to support all of this. So it's actually a solo tank Cho on the side of Lightly Salted. This is really interesting.
I don't know. I'm somewhere between in awe, disbelief, and going through PTSD right now.
Oh my god.
So much PTSD. And I think because of that PTSD, I'm gonna have to go with Lightly Salted here.
Okay.
I can just see a stem drone Cho'Gall being the scariest thing I've ever seen.
I'm gonna go with him as well. I'm just a little bit nervous about the solo tank Johanna into that, and they've got Squishy Jaina, Squishy Hanzo. I'm worried for Miss My E. I'm concerned for them for sure, but we'll see. I mean, they may have a plan. I mean, they picked Hanzo for a reason, so. We'll see what that reason is. I can't wait to see. Alright, so introducing on the blue side, we've got Lightly Salted. We've got Waffle Copter playing Cho. Delta E93 is on the Gall. Arc Valley. Is it Arch Valley? Arc Valley? on Greymane, Zool played by Resonance, and Absolute Yoda on Lieutenant Morales.
Then over on the side of red, missed my E, we got the dude about on Johanna, Gnomic on Mouth, Tells on Hanzo. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep butchering your name. Siztrin on Jaina, and Born to Shine on Lucio.
So more importantly, what is the combined Cho'Gall?
It is
Wappa
Waffei.
E93. Okay. That's funny.
Cho'Gall is just being the raid boss that he deserves to be.
So right away we saw Lightly Salted aggressively moving in on the bottom wall here of the fort, bottom lane. So Miss My E has sent down 4 to defend. I'm sorry, 3 to defend. Jaina's up in the top lane against Resonance on Zool.
That's gonna be interesting matchup for them, for Jaina and Zool. I mean, I think it's pretty even, but just I think Zool in the long term would win because of the skeletal minions.
Actually, Miss My E is doing kind of an interesting 3-2 split here. They've got Jaina and Lucio moving back and forth between the top and mid lanes, and we're keeping 3 down here versus Cho'Gall, Morales, and also Green.
Dude, it's being a little aggressive. It's only 2, 3. Okay, here they come.
Yep, so we've got 4 coming down now to try to slow down this pushing power of the Lightly Salted in the bottom lane. They've already taken out almost the entire wall. There's barely a little bit of one tower left.
It's gonna be a very stalematey game. Although Zool up top is pushing pretty hard. Well, Jaina's gonna catch up to him.
Well, as you know, Cho'Gall is tough because if you send heroes down to deal with Cho'Gall, sometimes it opens opportunities for other heroes in other excuse me, other lanes.
Right. They're gonna have to play this game really smart to deal with this Cho'Gall.
Let's see what chat thinks about all of this. TV Infinite says, good pick with Zool wave clear and letting CG Cho'Gall push with Ariel. Wait, Ariel? There is no Ariel? Do you mean Morales?
Wow. One's an angel protecting us from demons, and then there's Morales.
Wappa E93 took a little bit of damage, but Morales heals it right back up again. Sorry, it's just too fun. I gotta stick with that.
Wappa E93.
Alright, we got a skirmish here. Greymane getting a little low. Johanna taking a lot of damage. So is Born to Shine on Lucio. They're gonna have to kind of back up behind the fort here. And Lightly Salted playing really aggressively down here.
Yeah.
We've got Malfield trying to turn in. Zool has 31 gems here. Both teams are even in gems. Only Miss My E has any turned in. They've turned in 16. So actually, Miss My E actually has more gems. They've already. Oh, there's 40.
Ooh.
They only need 10 more. Let's see who has. Jaina.
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 What are you doing, Jaina?
Alright, now we've got Lightly Salted getting some gems turned in as well. But the vast majority of gems being held by Resonance on Zool.
Oh, he's going to try and turn in, but I think Malthiel's gonna sniff him out.
Yep. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Lightly Salted is back to assaulting this fort. They just are going to keep going till it falls, which it does. Jaina does get turned in for Miss My E, so if you're Miss My E, I mean, you got to feel good that, you know, even though you lost that fort, at least you're getting the first web weavers, and hopefully you can kind of turn things around. I mean, the teams are even talent tiers. We've got Fuel for the Flame on Cho. Firestarter. To be honest, I don't play Cho'Gall, so anybody in chat that wants to give me a shout out on, you know, what kind of talent build we're looking at here. Double Trouble.
We're looking at pain and suffering. That's what the talent thing is. That's all I know about Cho'Gall is pain and suffering.
Alright, so Miss My E is trying to push in with this top web weaver, which makes sense because this is the lane with the boss in it, so, you know, they are trying to get this lane really pushed out. I'm sure they were hoping to get, you know, a fort or something from those web weavers, but unfortunately, they're gonna have to settle just for getting that front wall down up in the top lane.
Not a lot of structural damage happened on the side of Lately Salted.
Got our root coming in on Melfield. Looks like Mr. P is gonna be able to disengage this. Or here they've got 5.
They could go for it.
This makes sense. I mean, they want to fight before Lightly Salted gets level 10.
Yeah. Because we don't know what that Cho'Gall is gonna do. Because we see Cho'Gall do Cho'Gall things, and he can. Honestly, I think a lot of his, both Cho and Gall's ults are very good in their own ways.
Nice escape by Melfield. Oh wow.
Ooh, is he gonna get out? Nope.
That was a really nice grenade by Morales. That basically totally sealed that kill.
Although Cho'Gall's looking low, Zul's also looking low, and Zul has 48 coins. Gems.
So is Johanna, though. Everybody's low, to be honest. Zul trying to get turned in. Let's see if Hanzo can interrupt it. Nope.
It's a wee bit late.
He's got it. Resonance has to be breathing a sigh of relief. Getting all the gems.
Really.
Sure, it's, you know, feels pretty scary carrying that many.
I start getting scared around like 15, 20. I'd rather not carry almost a full turn in by myself. Oh no, Malthiel. Cho'Gall's coming.
Malthiel getting really low. There's an ult by... Oh! I don't know whether there's miscommunication there with that ult, but did you see how it wasn't quite pointing in the right direction?
It's like the Shadow Bolt volley is really awkward to even initiate.
Actually, let's talk about these ults here. So we've got Hammer of Twilight and Shadow Bolt volley, which we just saw come out. Go for the throat for Greymane. Skeletal Mages for Zul and Stem Drone. Oh, it's so scary. Morales. This is on the side of Lightly Salted.
Ring missed on Jaina. There's a Stem Drone on the Greymane.
So getting out safely.
I'm
pretty impressed that Miss My E was able to save that keep and have no one die. Just kidding. Melfield goes down at the very end there.
I mean,
Cho'Gall got super low, but Morales is just healing him right back up right now.
I mean, I don't blame him going for Cho'Gall. So then they're gonna maybe take this one deeper for it. Just the Shadow Bolt again.
And just to clarify, TV Infinite was talking about Ariel in the draft. So sorry about that. I glanced over and I was like, Ariel, what?
New healer, who dis?
Alright, so how are we? Okay, so we've got... Both teams have enough for another turn-in. So it's just going to be a matter of who can turn in earlier. We've got Resonance turning in another 28 gems on Zul here in the top. Unfortunately, Miss My E didn't get there in time to interrupt that.
Just a smidge too late on Johanna.
Miss My E picking up their bruiser camp, and we've got Lightly Salted getting real aggressive again, pushing in to finish off this middle fort.
So,
Maybe.
well, those bruiser camps are gonna give them a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, that bruiser camp helped a lot. Here comes some ults.
There's
We
a
got
ring.
A ring and
Oh,
Shadow Bolt Volley.
oh, the Morales just got taken out. Ooh.
Yeah, I believe that was.
Oh, there's
Bonzo's
the
ult.
last rights. Yay!
Nice. Well played on getting the kill on Cho'Gall there. The combination of Hanzo and last rights from Malthael finishing him off. So, Miss Mighty E, they have an opportunity here. They're going to go ahead and turn in, and they're probably just going to try to push, you know, really hard. I'd like to see them push really hard with these web weavers and get, you know, take out this top fort probably. If they could get a second fort, that would be amazing, although the death timers are really short, so already Cho'Gall is back up, so they're gonna get a lot done here. They've got to, Miss Might even have to really, or yeah, they're doing a good job here. The web weavers are just spawning, and they've already got this top fort, so
Yeah, that's a.
I like
pretty
that they
healthy
recognize the urgency and, you know, aggressively winning on that fort.
Looks like they want to get this keep. Maybe. Maybe.
I mean, if they can
Remains
keep
creeping.
all of Lightly Salted up here defending, they can get some value from the middle and bottom web weavers. So
There's a stem drone on the Zul. That's a different target.
So Miss Might E is gonna swing around here and probably see what they can do on this middle fort. The web weaver's dropping quickly.
That bottom port's gone.
Yep. So I think, you know, if I miss my E, I'm happy with that. They've actually taken an experience lead.
I think that might have been the first time whole series.
Yeah, I think they played that really well. That key, the key was killing Cho'Gall when they did, and immediately getting the turn in, and you know, then going up and getting the top fort, kind of distracting Lightly Salted up in that top lane for a while, and letting those web weavers get the work done in other lanes.
Mm-hmm.
And the middle fort's gone now as well, so yeah.
Scary. Yeah. The scary thing about Cho'Gall, or yeah, he is Cho'Gall. That's only 4 bodies compared to 5. There's a lot less breathing room.
Oh wow.
I guess is a good way of saying it.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfectly timed break it down by Lucio, sound barrier.
Yeah, that ring and dragon strike combo from the Jaina and Hanzo's. It's pretty gross.
Yeah, we got Greymane ulting and taking out Hanzo and Jaina. That's definitely not ideal. And we have blue web weavers coming out for Lightly Salted as well. So with 2 members down on the side of Miss My E, now it's Lightly Salted's turn to get a lot of value here.
This could be keep if they play it right.
Yeah, we got Zul pushing out the bottom lane. I think I would prefer him to be
Ooh.
up top, helping the top web weaver to get that top fort, but that's okay.
It keeps somewhere.
Yeah. So first keep of the game is gonna fall.
Do they want to keep pushing the issue?
It's looking like that's how they're posturing. I think probably Lightly Salted is feeling like if they could get a pick here, they could end.
Johanna's getting a little rough. Oh, Malthael just drops. A stem drone.
Greymane doing a lot of damage. Greymane now on Jaina.
Ooh, Cho'Gall falls.
That's huge.
Greymane's pretty low. They might just have to back
That
out
is going
here.
to allow Miss My E to save this game. So great job.
Ooh,
Jaina falls. We got
Is
to get the hero damage here because I feel like
they need-
Greymane just really seems to be doing a lot of work now at the end here.
Yeah, and where they save the core, but they at the cost of all the keeps.
Yep, every keep down on the side of Miss My E. Scary position to be in, for sure. Definitely not out of it yet. I'd like to see them grab their bruisers again. There is a boss on this map, up in the upper lane. Neither team has really shown any interest in this boss so far, but we'll see if that changes with the, if any team gets a pick.
We see you spraying Arch with your kitty.
And we've got Magni the Succulent Bass saying that he goes bombs away, double trouble on Chokal, good late game.
Oh, Jaina. That was unfortunate for her.
And Malthael in serious trouble as well. Gets the last rights out, but I think this is it.
Yeah.
Those couple picks, I think, are going to be enough to seal the deal here for Lightly Salted. Well played, for sure. But I gotta say, Miss My E, they hung in there. They definitely almost turned that game around, right? Kind of like in the middle there, around level 14-ish or whatever.
That was definitely a better showing on their side.
Oh,
for sure.
Definitely. For sure. So, I've got the stats pulled up for the game here. And we see, Gaul putting out a ton of damage. I mean, that's no surprise, I don't think. Zool with all that siege damage, good pushing power.
Yeah, I liked the combos between Jaina and Hanzo between the Ring of Frost and then dropping Dragon's Strike right on top of the ring. That was definitely pretty cool to see.
Yeah, for sure. Let's jump into Lobby 2 Star, and we'll see if we can grab a member or two from Lightly Salted for an interview.
Okay.
So, but meanwhile, yeah, I mean, that was an exciting game. It was fun with the Cho'Gall. Hello?
I am not team captain, but he made a promise to me that I would get to do the interview if we won.
Hey, well, that's important. That's important. I'm glad to hear that he kept his promise to you.
Yeah, that's right. Because he trash talked me last time, so now it's my turn.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll definitely give you the opportunity. But first off, first of all, everybody, this is Delta93 who's joined us for an interview. I'd like to congratulate you on the domination tonight.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm here with Star Knight, my co-caster, and we really enjoyed casting your match.
Yeah, I had a friend who said the name was really disturbing, so I love it.
Nice. So how are you guys feeling after getting, another 3 points? Are you feeling really stoked right now?
Yeah, it feels real good. Our team captain was AFK forever, so shame on him.
Oh, like during the game?
Oh yeah, he disappeared for a little bit, and then like before coin toss and everything, was waiting for him.
Oh, right.
Infinite, who was in the Twitch chat, I was telling him he was gonna have to sub for him.
Oh wow. Well, that's a little stressful. I'm glad that you guys were able to, work around that and get everything together in time.
Yeah, it's okay. I pulled it together. I'm the heart and soul of this team.
Okay, nice. So let's talk about these games. So
Okay.
let's go back to game 1. So game 1,
Yes.
we were on Infernal Shrines. That was Miss My E's map choice. Is that a map you guys are comfortable on?
Yeah, we can get some pretty decent rotations if everyone is paying attention. and I'm generally the solo lane, so that's part of that's on me. I just play my own little game inside the game. Everyone else, those four do their thing, while I just
Yeah,
so
yeah,
far.
you were on the Dahaka that game. That's right.
Yes, I was the Haka.
Yeah, you had some nice, burrows in and tongues, in some of those fights for sure. Especially there was one in particular I remember. I don't think you guys got a kill off it, but it was pretty impressive. You came in on the Alexstrasza,
Mm-hmm.
and she got really.
Oh, I was so upset I missed that kill. One more smack. I was this close.
Nice. Now, did you guys get all the heroes you were hoping for in the draft? Did anything get banned away from you or picked away from you that you were kind of hoping for?
The Lucio in the second game we wanted, but we weren't too upset because we got to keep the Morales, and that worked fine with what we were planning to do, which was the Cho'Gall.
Right. So on Shrines, when you guys, we were really excited when you picked the Kel'Thuzad and the Lunara. It was like, oh wow, two squishy kind of magey type heroes. But I gotta say, Wafflecopter did an amazing job on the Kel'Thuzad. He was doing so much damage and getting, he got stacked so quickly too.
You guys can't tell him that. I'm trying to trash talk him in this interview, so I can't. You're talking him up, and I can't say anything
sorry.
bad because
I just really liked the Kel'Thuzad playing game on.
no, I'm just mad because you're right. So I can't really trash that. He was hitting a lot of his ults and a lot of his combos.
Yeah, there seemed to be some good synergy with your ETC player. Getting the stuns, allowing Kel'Thuzad to really, get all of his skill shots hit on everyone. So that was pretty nice. Mm-hmm. And I love the play you guys made towards the end where you had 4 stay in the bottom lane and push down that keep, and you kept the Dahaka up, getting the shrine. That was a really nice play by you guys.
Yes. Yep, and I just want to point out, Brandon, that was my call. That was on me.
All right, so moving on to game 2. So that was your map choice, Spider Queen. Were you thinking Cho'Gall right from the get-go?
No. Magnite in the chat, he's one of our subs. He called no balls, so we had to do it.
Hey, that seems as good a reason as any to play Cho'Gall, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, you caught us completely off guard with that choice. We were like, what?
We didn't plan on it, but with that map, it's not a big deal because it's so small. It's easy to keep rotations. And when we decided to do it, we knew we were going to put Resonance on Zool and just let him split soak.
Yeah, I was a little worried for Resonance here and there in the match in the game because he was carrying so many gems. I was like, oh my god, is he gonna get caught with all those gems?
No, there was definitely some yelling in our Discord about just don't die, please.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's an easy way for us to lose, no matter how good we're doing.
Definitely. Star, do you have any questions? I know I have one that I told you not to let me forget to ask, but I remember it, and I'll ask it next unless you have any questions.
I mean, I think I have the same exact question you want to ask in the sense of, were you scared going up against a Malthael with last rites? With your Cho'Gall?
We waffled a little bit on it, but we knew that if we were going to go with Morales, as long as she dropped Safeguard on us enough, we'd be all right. And we decided kind of early that we were going to go Molten Block just to dodge that.
Nice. By the way, you get extra points for waffled. I think that's a shout out to your
thank
captain.
you so much. I was really hoping someone would notice that. I was going to go back into my Discord and ask anybody if they caught me with that fun.
When your initial intent is to try and bash him, but you keep praising him, and now you're saying his name.
I do want to give a shout out to Miss My E in game 2 though, because I felt like they played you guys a lot tougher that game, especially kind of around level, I think it was like 13 or 14, when they were able to get the kill on Cho'Gall and get the web weavers. They were able to go up and get that top fort, keep you guys kind of busy up by your top keep so that the web weavers, got pushed in and got a lot of value in the other lanes. I felt like that was kind of a turning point for them. So I just wanted to give a shout out. I thought they played that part of the game really, really, really well.
Oh yeah, they played that really well. They kind of got a lot of keeps or a lot of forts in succession off of that too. They took top, and then not long after that they took bottom and then mid.
Yeah.
So that kind of put us on the back foot for a little while, but they didn't have a whole lot of CC to stop Cho'Gall, and we were having Greymane focus the Malthael pretty hard to try to keep him off of us.
Yeah, I felt like, or it looked, at least to me, that your strategy was kind of like, just go ahead, you've got the Cho'Gall kind of bully up in that lane and do some poking, get him kind of low, see if you can maybe get a pick, and then, push the advantage if you were able to. And a lot of times it seemed like you were able to get the pick because the Greymane would just like ult and like dive in and, get 1 or 2 kills, and then it was like, you guys were in great shape at that point.
Yeah. Shout out to Arch Valley. He had a really awesome kill in our final push. One of them, I think we died, and he managed to jump in and still roll out in time with the Morales help and not die.
Yeah, actually, I still have the stats pulled up here on my screen, but yeah, I see he didn't die a single time. I mean, that's pretty impressive because he was diving in there, like pretty.
Oh
far.
yeah, he was being aggressive, and it's gonna go straight to his head.
Sorry, I'm spoiling your whole team. Who we have not talked about, though, is Absolute Yoda.
Yes.
Tell me something good about Absolute Yoda.
He played Morales okay.
Wow. So we've got glowing reviews. No, he did a good job to, keeping Cho'Gall.
Yeah, he was doing a good job at managing his energy and keeping us healed. So
I don't know. I think that Lieutenant Morales looked a lot like Ariel to me.
So I was looking at the standings before the match, and you guys look like you're in good shape. You're going to make the playoffs. Are you feeling really good as a team right now? You feeling like you guys are in a good place?
We're in a place, I suppose. We're winning, so I guess that means a good place, but...
Nice. Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than losing, right?
Yeah, hey, this beats the alternative.
For sure. Star, did you have any more questions?
No, I do not.
All right. Well, do you have any shout-outs before we let you go?
Oh, yes, I have to shout out my team captain's girlfriend. Hi, Destiny.
Oh, wow.
He told
Watch
me
out,
not to...
Wafflecopter. Watch out.
Yeah, he told me not to say I love you, but Destiny, I love you.
Oh,
wow.
Man. Wow. Awkward.
Yeah, very.
Oh.
I've never met her, so...
The plot thickens.
Yeah, there's going to be some real juicy, talk in our Discord
Memes?
if you guys want to catch up on that. Yeah, it's going to be...
Nice,
I
definitely.
like games.
You guys have a lot of fans here in Twitch chat, by the way. They're really vocal. I super appreciate that. That's awesome. Okay, go on. Shout-outs.
No, I don't think I've got any more.
Okay. Fair enough.
And for hanging out and just chatting.
Nice. Well, I really appreciate you joining us for an interview after your match, and again, congratulations to you and your team. Good luck in the playoffs, and I hope to maybe catch one of your games in the future.
All right, looking forward to it. Oh, I do have one more shout out actually.
Okay.
Waffle, you suck. I got it. I got one in.
Burn.
I wrecked him on the internet.
Super
which means
creative burn. I love it.
Oh yeah. If you get wrecked on the internet, does that mean you're erect?
Wow.
Oh my goodness, I'm done with these
Wow.
puns.
You know what? I'm a fan of a good pun, and I liked that one, so thumbs up.
All right, well, on that, I think I've peaked. So I'm just going to retire now.
Nice. Well, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Talk to you later.
Mm-hmm.
That's too funny.
I feel pain and suffering. Not only did I have to watch Cho'Gall win, I had to go through that pun.
I liked it. I thought it was funny.
You could have said something about why don't you get some maple syrup for your waffles? I don't know.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I wasn't expecting such a great pun at that moment in time. But I don't think I updated the score. Let's get it up to 2-0 there. So yeah, great job by Lightly Salted. But again, missed my E, especially game 2. You guys played really well. I enjoyed that match very much. It was super fun to cast. And Star, I hope you had a good time co-casting tonight.
I did. Thank you for having me.
Definitely. And where can people contact you if they want to talk to you about that horse head? Find out where they can get their own.
You can find me on the ranch. I'm usually eating grass.
Nice.
But for real though, I am Star Knight in the NGS Discord, and I am also part of Clouded Minds in Division C West. I am also a World of Warcraft player in the guild Clouded Minds on US Silvermoon, also named Star Knight, where Swing and I co-raid lead and lead our guild into shenanigans every Tuesday and Wednesday.
Nice. I'm Swingtime, and you can find me on Twitter at Swingtime Gaming, also on YouTube. And then, of course, here on Twitch, I'm at twitch.tv/swingtime. And thank you guys so much for watching. We had a lot of people, it looks like, enjoying that match. I love the interaction, and I super appreciate it. If you had a good time, maybe throw me a follow, because that makes me happy. Also, if you don't know that much about NGS, you should definitely check it out. Whatever skill level teams you have, or even if you don't have a team, they've got channels in the Discord there where you can, find a team that's looking for extra players, and there's lots of divisions, lots of, so if you just want to kind of have fun, you can do that, or if you want to be a little more serious, you can do that as well. And it's a great community. Everybody's really supportive. It's really fun and exciting, and you should definitely check it out if you haven't. But other than that, I think we're done here. I do have another cast tomorrow night. I am casting, let's see, it's at 7 p.m. Pacific time, and it's going to be Arrogant Nephilim versus Psycho Swarm Division C West tomorrow night. That's my next cast. So if you had a good time, you want to swing by and say hi tomorrow, that would be awesome. Until then, again, thanks, Star, for joining me. Until then, I think that's it. I think that's the end of the show, guys. Thanks for joining. See you next time.
Later, guys.